Well, you see me post a lot of pictures here. It's not that I'm living back in time. It just seems to be the same, uh, kind of like guard duty. We're alone in a tower. All you see is a little barbed wire and a light, and then nothing. And you're watching to see if there's an enemy approaching. And I've learned that with some friends, you don't need enemies because they cause enough pain and frustration. I don't know why I have my faculty, but I have friends that do not have their faculty. If it was my mother, I could deal with it. My family, I could deal with it. Strangers who can't think, and I'm remembering all their mistakes for them. Maybe I'm an asshole. But I feel good here. I've always returned to LZ Salem, LZ Blackhawk, LZ Ben Hat, 7 and 13 B battery down by Quinion. Now keep in mind that, you meet good and bad people. So of course we're still living in a hostile environment where there is also gold in our hills. But at my age, you're not really finding any camaraderie. And I just found out my friend Gary Stone was dead. And I'm trying to find him for 26 years. He lives about maybe 5 miles. Stopped at the house last week and I saw a guy out there and I says, I'm looking for Gary Stone. They still living here? He said, no, I bought the house and Gary moved. So today, just for kicks, 20 minutes ago, I looked his name up. And Gary was dead. Everybody's dead. Makes me ask myself, so why am I? And what good am I if you don't have companionship, if you don't have friends? Now, I make a lot of people laugh, and I love a lot of people, but I've never been able to meet them face to face. A lot of them are from Vegas world and, that, and they're pretty cool people. And I like them very much. But I can't touch them. Social media. And I'm ending up with people at the bottom of the barrel. Meaning, no offense to the very poor and needy. But you can't keep giving and giving and giving at the expense of wearing your body out and your mind and doing all the research and doing all the stuff. I mean, I make a great company manager. So I'm down. And I keep going back into the same places. Wrote a poem that said, I'm peeping out the keyhole of a strange invisible door. I can see blue skies and sunshine, people living in its light, and more. But I'm crying out from behind the walls of a room that's made of blue. People hear the sound, feel a presence, but they're never really sure just who. I've recovered quite a bit from that, but then I wrote another song, and it's the same thing. I seem to be left out of all that takes place on the earth, especially between lovers. And I could go on, and it just keeps going like an era to the same thing. So I asked the Lord if it was a chastening, which is in John's Gospel, the first chapter, where he scourges every son. If you are not chastened of the Lord, you have no power with him. So I asked him, can I get through this, with joy? Can I get through the smoke? Is there something I'm missing? And I wrote that in the song. Is there something I'm missing, or is there some other way? Not very cheery the past 2 days because it's been frustrating physically. Now I'm coming back. Yeah, I could go in the ring with Tyson. But for about a week I couldn't because I'm bending down, fixing bikes, fixing the guy's car, fixing everything, making okay for the poor guy. But over and over, year after year, I've been doing it. 6 years. But by getting rid of him, I don't got anybody. I don't got nobody. I got my gum. Who are you? Who are you? See, I found my true self in artillery in Vietnam. It started in Phu Mai, near the Bong Song area in that valley. Ben Het, out by the Ho Chi Minh Trail. And then right dead center in Vietnam, at the beginning of the Central Highlands, at LC Blackhawk. The camaraderie, the friendship, the discussions, the depth of discussions. What we're going to do when we get back. None of it came true, except that we lived.